It is the semifinals. We are in it. Oh my gosh. Okay. If we win this week, we take our third straight trip to the finals. We have not won the past two finals. To probably stop repeating that point. Nah, we can handle anything that comes our way should it come to that. But we are playing Agency is Own. As I have said before, he has topped the UU ladder with a Ludicolo team that made it into a Poke-Aim video, so he is a high-profile threat. He also defeated us in Week 9 to destroy our perfect season. So I have been prepping my ass off this week. I've done more mocks than ever. Shout out to A1 Galade, King Dozo YouTube, and Doge the Noob as usual. And yeah, they tried a whole bunch of different things. But his team is so threatening, and it's not. It doesn't have any true walls, really. Not considering that there isn't stuff around it to support them. Tink and Lando being the most clear walls. They can be chipped. Leftovers is very, very annoying, as it was last week on Tinkaton. Yeah, it's so hard to out-offense him with the team that we have, because, we are focused on bulk. Our fast Pokemon can't click Toxic or anything. Regieleki last week was dead weight because it couldn't get past Lando. And, Lando also helps versus Cinderace, and there's not really great coverage for Passimian into it. Zoro is going to have to do a lot of work, but I think I have concocted a strategy that is at least different and allows us to be more proactive. So I'm actually going to look at the team over here. This is we're going to do it this way. We're going to start off with Alo'Momo'La. It was great last week. It came in on Tinkaton literally every time for completely free. Same thing with Landorus. It helps with Banette, Tauros, Flareon. Can even take a hit from +2 Adamant Sceptile. It's Leaf Blade. So yeah, we've added the Rocky Helmet. Red card was pretty pointless. Gotta actually have Endure for that, in my opinion. I mean, you can for surprise factor, I guess, but I work in the realm of guarantees. I don't want to let stuff get because the point of red card is to force stuff that's set up out. In my opinion, if you set up, you are, especially on something this weak that can't hit back, you might as well get all the way up and Oko it. So red card is not going to help us. Rocky Helmet should help us a little more. We're likely to get knocked off. I was suggested to run no item for Poltergeist Banette, which hit like a damn truck in all the mocks. But I still like Helmet, and we should be able to handle Banette with the Skull Burns. I mean, Pain Split was really annoying, but basically Banette is a really annoying Pokemon, but it probably won't ever truly beat me. At any rate, we have also switched out Toxic for Scald, which allows us to actually sit on Tink if we want to. Doesn't do any damage, but of course the burn is fantastic, not only to reduce damage output from Tink, but to negate leftovers. Next, we are also bringing back our Zoroark. It was kind of a decision I only made today, but we are switching the specs, which did a ton of damage, and actually, ended up taking kills and punching holes in his team for Scarf, because huge problem last week was that my only way to get over Coco and Bundle was with Regieleki, which was stymied really easily by Lando. And this thing actually should Oko both of those, depending on the actual spread. But you know, it should, no matter what, I think, Oko Bundle. And then Coco, it will depend on chip. But yeah, it wasn't easy to force chip last time on Bundle, but we're gonna, you know, you just have to keep an eye on it. We don't want to bring this willy-nilly. Anyway, we also switched out Bitter Malice for Shadow Ball. It's just better all around. The rolls are pretty much fine either way. And I mean, you know, Shadow Ball's a better roll versus like Banette or whatever, but Bitter Malice is fine, and it also reduces the attack, and it's also just cool. But we also switched out U-Turn for Psychic because Hyper Voice does the exact same thing as Psychic, which is hit Terra, Poison, Hydreigon, and Hyper Voice also does it behind a sub. Next, we are bringing back the Hisuian Gudra. We decided to give it more Spadef just to take more hits. I don't remember what the exact spread on this is, but the spread on this, by the way, will actually live one from a knocked off Ice Beam from Bundle, if it's not on terrain. Yeah, so no item or boots Bundle will not take this out with Ice Beam, so that's cool. But this guy, yeah, it takes like 5 Ice Beams or something instead. I'm not positive. It may be 4 rather than 3, but yeah, I think it's 4 Ice Beams from Specs plus Modest Bundle. So this has been getting frozen a lot in Mock, so hopefully it doesn't happen in the real game, and the luck has been worked out. We also switched out Ice Beam for EQ. To hit Tink instead of Lando. Lando, you know, good damage will be done for Flamethrower and Sludge Bomb. It's also just don't know how likely the switch in for Lando is compared to Tink, and Flamethrower won't do anything into Spadef Tink, so EQs for that. At any rate, I don't think we're doing a whole lot back with Gudra, so you know, it's kind of filler, kind of passive regardless of all this coverage, but you know, it is what it is. Next, we are switching things up. We got Oricorio coming. In Mox, this thing, if there was not a Prankster Mon to Encore it or Toxic it, it went insane. I don't know why I overlooked this the first time, because this is a really serious threat for him, and it can definitely win us the game late. I'm going with Keyberry. I had a whole bunch of different choices. Moranga originally, actually. Not Moranga Casino and Resort. I don't know how to segue from that, but I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. Oh, it was so funny. Okay. Now I'm fucked up. Oricorio, the Keyberry will allow us to set up on Lando, Tank. Really, I'd like to get this activated on a U-turning out Coco. But this is really helpful because the most annoying thing into this actually was a Bulldoze Tinkaton, which was hitting me on the roost and then ice hammering me for good damage. So if I can, you know, I got kind of, you know, talked into that by myself with that. But anyway, yeah, let's move along. Now we got Scarf, Zach Miller's leg. That's our horror media for Passimian, if anybody remembers that. Oof. But yeah, this thing is, in my opinion, probably the best Scarfer I could have had. This is the whole change in game plan. Not only do I have my, you know, setup in WinCon in the back here, which should hopefully do it for us, we have our Pokemon that will actually get over his threat. and threaten them with close combat on Bundle, Gunk Shot on Coco, and Knockoff, really kind of a predict play. Will also, just really good to take out the item on anything, and also should 2-hit Banette. Of course, the Destiny Bond will be an issue, but whatever. Not too much getting around that. I mean, there is. We would just probably go out into Mola or whatever, but yeah, this thing should do well. And Defiant, really good into Lando, or better than it should be anyway, into Lando. Rocky Helmet will annoy us, but we can knock that off as well. In general, I'm just hoping to be able to get this in and actually threaten him, put him in the high risk scenarios, because we were so passive last time. This is the whole idea with you. I thought about Cinderace, but I needed Scarf on it. I didn't want to take those rocks, and I was having a real tough time fitting Hazard Control. In fact, we're just going to bring our own hazards, because I think they annoy him more, and if he wants to get them off, he can get ours off as well. Yeah, because he doesn't have a spinner. He only has Defog, and is probably coming on Lando. So I'm not going to be too dedicated to rocks. I'm never super dedicated on rocks, but I am going to bring them if they look like a threat. And by the way, Davey, they look like a threat next week, so watch out. Yeah, we've got no EQ on you because of our very annoying 4-move slot syndrome this week on Gliscor. It kind of is a victim of that in general, not too much, but this week it definitely was, because the U-turn momentum is incredible. Toxic is necessary for Sceptile, which, by the way, we also switched to FizzDef. We were SpDef before. Help a little bit with Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam still shouldn't 2-hit us, but before it was not 3-hitting us, so gotta watch out for that. Protect is necessary, also great for scouting. Same thing with on Bundle, and like I said, rocks could be great. So I've been talking too much. Let's get into the actual battle. By the way, just a quick glance. This is what his team was last week. A lot of 252s, but actually this gets right over. This is 1 point faster than Max Cinderace, if you can believe it. He should have been 248 over here. All right, whatever. Or like 244 even, I think, to get over Fez. But anyway, yeah, the max walls here were a huge problem, so not too down on the inefficiency there, because they need to take multiple hits and everything. This was an interesting ploy. I looked this up. The fact that he's timid, and then he was counting on me to get over Modest Scarf, and then so he's 1 point over his own Modest Scarf. Maybe it should have been 2 points, actually. I don't know if he messed that up, but at any rate, that's what we got over. We got over this specifically with our Zoroark. And actually, bulky Bundle with the boots. Boots is going to be annoying if we, for... The rocks are still better into him than into us, I believe, but the boots bundle made it annoying. But anyway, let's get into the game. I'm talking way too long. All right, so we do not see Banette or Grafaiai. That is incredible for our late game win con Oricorio. Really, really good. Other stuff he didn't bring, he decided to leave. I have to take a look back, actually. He decided to leave Tauros this time. I guess he, figured that Hyper Voice would just kill it. And, yeah, no Hat and no Flareon. I was really not too afraid of either of these. Hat was pretty annoying, actually, in prep at one point. But Goodra should deal with that with Sludge Bomb. But anyway, yeah, Zoroark, I'm just going to have it be Mola to start. Just because there's not really much else that it could be. And I'm actually going to lead Zoroark because it has the ability to actually, just to see if he leads Bundle or something. Or even if he leads Coco, I had the, ability to go into that. But yeah, so I also have U-turn on Zoroark here, so we are in a pretty solid position to be able to do that, actually lead with a threat. I didn't really want to lead with the Passimian, just because, I don't know, it'd be, just too... Just the I thought about leading with that. It was pretty safe as well, but Zoroark, I thought that on the off chance he led with Bundle, might be a little better, which doesn't, I don't know, because Passimian does the same thing with the Bundle. Okay, well, whatever. we are gonna lead Zoroark, and it's gonna be Mola to start, and we don't want to U-turn into this, and we don't Oko, and we can't risk knockoff, and yeah, so there's only one play going to the actual Mola. I don't know if that was necessarily unwise, because I didn't want to lead Mola into Coco and then just get him the free momentum into Bundle. I mean, I figure it's not a huge deal, but we don't want to, like, get off on it. We want to try to be proactive to start, and obviously flip turning out to start is proactive, but I don't know. Yeah, it would have also helped if he happened to lead Sceptile, which also unlikely, but whatever. Sceptile was a huge threat in prep, but I'm feeling a lot more confident with my Fizzed Up Gliscor. At any rate, he is going to U-turn out. He is going to actually take Chip. He does know what Zoroark is, but now Zoroark is something different anyway. So he does go into Sceptile, and he doesn't do it on terrain, which is crazy. So it's something totally different than what we would think. I did happen to see a sub toxic. I don't think it was Protect. It was a Giga Drain anyway. But so Gliscor is here for Sceptile for the most part, right? Like, it has other utility, but I'm thinking, this is what this is here for. I don't want to, use Goodra for this. It clearly probably has EQ. Obviously, I can't just leave Mola in. I don't want to risk a flip turn because I have no idea what he is. But at any rate, he goes for freaking workup, which is insane. Okay, I am not positive what he's doing, but I know that I can live a +2 Leaf Blade from an Adamant set. So I'm not that worried about it. So I'm just going to go for Toxic here, as I do get my Orb activated. And, oh, yeah. Okay, that was... Now I'm freaking the fuck out. I didn't calc that. Let's go ahead and calc that, actually. I didn't get a chance in the actual battle, so... Pew Terrain Sweeper, Pew Special Attacker. And to... Man, look at that, into the Passimian, too. That's with Life Orb, but give me a sec. Is he Life Orb? Yeah, actually, I believe he is Life Orb. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he murders Gliscor no matter what with this Leaf Storm. Thing is, I don't know if I really wanted to go into... I could have scouted with Goodra on it. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. It's not like he was going to EQ, and then I could go back into Gliscor, and then he'd have to work up again. But then, of course, it's just an annoying dance, and I risk losing Goodra. I was freaking out for sure, just because I was like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? But, Gliscor, it was, like I said, mainly here to stop that Sceptile sweep. It wasn't super necessary for anything else. I have other things to threaten Coco now. Lando and Tink I have Mola for, and they pretty much should never beat it. So we've got... Yeah, we're okay. We're fine. We're fine. I'm gonna go U. I don't think Zoroark kills. I mean, I did the calc, and Gunk Shot is what I want to do here. He really should be predicting it to go Tink, but like, I'm just thinking I gotta force this thing out. I really gotta threaten this. Tink is not an issue because we can go Mola afterwards. The problem with Tink is has so many annoying mid grounds to just fuck me up over the course of the game with rocks and knock and T-Wave is really annoying. So, but at any rate, I gotta get this thing out of here. And luckily, I do have multiple ways to deal with it. Even Oricorio should be fine. I don't want to go into that right now. He could have Rock Slide after all, but at any rate, he decides to go Coco. By the way, I don't think that killed in a lot of the rolls that especially on the defensive one. Yeah, look at that. It's 100 into no bulk min. So if he had bulk like last time, this is not even all the bulk, but yeah, he must have either been more offensive or I don't know. But at any rate, we will take that 1-for-1 as far as misplays go. I'm not exactly positive why he decided to go into this. I guess he really thought I was going to CC, but that's should have been. Tink must have been, a lot easier. Lando would have been fine. I got a gunk. And he is dead, and it's sort of a fuck up for a fuck up as far as Gliscor for Coco goes. Just didn't really respect special subtile to begin with, but yeah. So that's fantastic because it means bundle is limited as well. That's another fast threat that we don't have to worry about, and it's also the mon that Gliscor happened to deal with the best. So yippee! All right. So now he goes bundle. Actually, I think he should have gone Tink, right? Because there's no other item for this than Scarf. But at any rate, we are just going to go Gudra, very easy switch in. He is going to flip turn as well. He's going to go Tinkaton. I don't want to get knocked. So go Mola. And he just gets rocks up, which is annoying, but, it's very manageable. Like, I really, really was traumatized by rock last time. And I realized that, yeah, you know what, we are fine because Passimian resists them. That's the main thing. Also, even though Pom Pom doesn't have boots, the calcs say it should be fine versus pretty much anything, except for like a Stone Edge from Lando with rocks up. Or a neutral, Specs Hydra or something like that. I think it's Specs, I don't know if it's Scarf or whatever, but... Anyway, yeah, he's going to knock this time. Get rid of my helmet. Kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. He does take the chip from it too. I'm going to go into this, actually, because I can't threaten it with Zoroark yet. So we are just going to go ahead and Vortex him. Landorus, get that nice Defiant boost. And 12% is actually pretty good chip, considering everything. I'm going to go back into Mola. He doesn't want to eat a Scald, so he goes Tink. We got the Vortex working. Good chip there. Good chip there. We actually had the ability to kill pretty easily with CC here. My issue with doing that was that if I CC into Lando, and then he can just U-turn for free out into Bundle or Sceptile or, like any old threat. So I'm going to U-turn myself. It's fairly safe if he goes, if he stays in, then I can just go Mola again, and if he goes Lando, then I have not given up momentum. And he does go Lando again, and now, this is the other reason why I thought U-turn was fine. He is now in range of my Zoroark, which is a Zoroark, and it's not a Rocks neutral Passimian that just came back out. That was funny because the Lando, Mola, it was Mola, and then it turned into the real Mola, and now it was Passimian, and then turned into a fake Passimian. So Illusion is not doing anything this game. This is an odd play. I do not know what he thought I was going to go for. I thought maybe he thought that he could live whatever it was. and then threaten me back, being a plus or being faster than my specs. But I think no matter what move I go for with specs, he dies, right? So this is kind of an odd sack to me. I guess he figured that Tinkaton was more useful, Hydra was more useful, Bundle was more useful. I don't know. This is a pretty scary Pokemon to be letting go. But at any rate, Terra Normal Hyper Voice is going to pick that off with ease. So strong, even though we're only Scarf. So now he brings Tinkaton, and now I'm forced back out. What's so great about this also is that he doesn't have Coco to double into. Even my mocks, people were doubling into Coco constantly because they knew that Mola was such an obvious switch into Tink. He does do it with Hydra now, though. Ooh, yeah. This is pretty much the one Mon that can beat me at this point, I think. This thing is a huge threat, and I know it is because I really thought the biggest threat he could do with me is Terra Steel Substitute. That's exactly what we get. So that's why I went into Guja for this, because my play is to hope for him to go for the dragon move. He needs to hope for me to go for the dragon move, and to Terra out of it. But I am going to predict that and Flamethrower. He doesn't do that. Okay. Now I'm going to predict that he's going to do it now on a different move. Okay, that was unnecessary. Yeah, because that doesn't break. That really sucks, because my next move... that was unnecessary chip. I'm going to Sludge Bomb. And... yeah, so, okay, now we break. Now I figure he's going to sub again. But, yeah, we took unnecessary chip there. We took 28 unnecessary chip. And I'll show you why. Because Sludge Bomb is going to break. Now, depending on the calc, I wasn't sure how to calc it breaking sub. It has an 88% chance to 4-hit KO. But it also, if it's at 25%, has a 68% chance. So I don't know. The roll was in my favor either way, but 88% is really good. I didn't calc this either way. I was really relying on Flamethrower. Yeah, this is a real problem, because the thing is, if he subs up, then I can't Hyper Voice through. And he knows that. And that's why he is this. So, yeah, so he's going to sub, and we're going to Sludge Bomb, and we're going to break, which is phenomenal. So lucky there. This time, I am going to predict the Terra Steel, and I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. And I guess he thought this was kind of a mid-ground. I'm not positive yet. I don't know if he didn't want to get poisoned or what, but he could have taken me out pretty easily if he wanted to. He could have, Terra Steeled up or, whatever. But at any rate, Tink it's not going to kill Tink. We do get a nasty-ass crit, and we're slower, and we still have some use. And also, Mola's just so easy to go into. If we get the T-Wave off, it's going to be really, really annoying if he gets any procs. Oh, this was kind of a killer last time too, this T-Wave, but there's no way around it, and the actual speed doesn't matter. So we're gonna attempt to flip turn out. We're gonna actually wish. Oh, I lied. Okay. So my play was like, all right, I should be able to get a wish back up into Hydra. The problem is he's gonna sub on that. There's no way for me to, flip turn out or, threaten his sub or anything. So I had the idea. What if I go into... He's not at 88%, by the way. He's at like 60-something. What if I go into Passimian instead? Because at that point, I can threaten the sub to break. And I do lose my Spadef. I didn't actually calc, and I had no idea what move he would go for. I kind of thought he was mono Dark Pulse, to be honest, with Roost. But all I know is like I need to actually threaten this. I need to be breaking the sub. I need to, even if he kills Passimian after, I need to break the sub and go Zoro and Flamethrower or something. Huge problem, and I'm thinking, the wish will mitigate any damage that he does actually want to do to Passimian. He shouldn't be able to knock it out from its range without being nasty plotted up. So I am going to go and actually go into Passimian. And he does get the sub up just like I thought. And we're at max. Now he shouldn't be able to knock us out with anything. Terra Steel, we do lose our Spadef. Terra Steel Flash Cannon, and we hang on. There was actually a world where Terra Steel Flash Cannon, if he's modest, kills us. This looks like a timid roll. I think it's kind of weird that he's timid, quite frankly. But we take that, of course. And yeah, now we are in a threatening position. We still have a couple of switch-ins because we do resist rocks. Like I said, super, super clutch. The rocks resist is just amazing because it was going to be hard for us to even get them off regardless. Like, Reggie was not reliably getting them off. Yeah, so Passimian is doing exactly what I wanted and more. So now it seems pretty clear that he can go to Landorus for free because I think Rocky Helmet does 16% chip. I didn't really want to bother looking it up, but at any rate, I can't, even if it does 12, I can't come back in on rocks. So I would rather preserve my Passimian. I think it's pretty clear that Hydreigon still has a lot more use than the chip on Lando, so Lando seems pretty free. We're doubling into Mola. Yep, we get it. And he U-turns. Are we going to get our slow pivot? Yes, we are. That was the only play. I mean, I could have... I could have maybe wished, but with the rocks, it's really dicey, actually, whether I live that Specs Ice Beam or not. In fact, I'll show you. Yeah, with the rocks, oh, it went modest. Yeah, 23-28. With the rocks, I believe we get to 27, so I didn't really want to risk that. Could have been fine, but probably better to just do this, and if necessary, I can sack Bundle afterwards. So, I mean, sack Hoodra afterwards. Its main purpose is really even just to switch in to Bundle and switch back out, to be honest. So that's fine. But anyway, we do get the flip turn off. And now we go into our Zoroark, which does have the ability to threaten. And at this point I'm thinking, okay, Hyper Voice, if he goes Hydra, then it's actually only a roll to 3-hit KO. That is not going to fly. What I need to do is to hope that, he knows that I threaten him out. He should know that I'm threatening him out, and that I'm Scarf. I'm here because I'm Scarf. So, I need to Flamethrower to prevent Hydra from coming in. I need to be proactive offensively. And, yeah, like, I mean, I can even, I guess, go Passimian after, take care of this, and set up with Pom Pom afterwards. Anyway, Flamethrower is the play. I can't Hyper Voice and knock this out. I was thinking even, yeah, he wants to sack this to Hyper Voice, so to allow Hydra to come in. I needed a Flamethrower, and so I did. And either way, this would have picked off Tink. So he made a very solid play here. But the flamethrower really paid off because now he can't go Hydra. He brings Bundle back in because flamethrower does not kill. Now what? Do I stay into deny flip turn? I need to keep this around. I need to keep this around to threaten Hydreigon because Passimian is, getting low. It may not be able to do it all on its own. I need this around. There's no way for me to, stand to just deny a flip turn. So, yeah, we got to get out. But this is a big threat. Okay, we're just going to go into Gudra to cover all our bases. And I actually, at this point, didn't think it would kill. I thought he would flip turn, but no. And we do the calc. We do know that he is Ice Beam. Pivotal turn right here. Do I double into Passimian on him going Hydra? Do I make it? Because the flip turn has a huge risk. Or actually, no, I was not Passimian. I'm sorry. Do I double into Zoroark to prevent him from just going into Hydra or into Lando? To prevent my flip turn from being full parrot on me. If that happens, I don't know. I guess I just have to sack Mola. Or I can't, because if he goes hard Hydra here, like he very well could. He has to go hard because he's locked in, but then that is just so scary for me because if I don't flip turn out, I have to flip turn out. I have to risk this para because he easily has the ability to stay in on me and prevent me from making that double. This unfortunately, yeah, I can't risk him preventing my double because I need that Zoroark to clean it up at the end. I need both of these Scarfers to make it so that he cannot just sub and win. I have to risk the flip turn. It comes down to this. Do I get it? Or does he even... Yeah. Does he switch out? He doesn't. I predict that. And in fact... No, I couldn't have done it again. I thought I could have... I thought originally I could have done it again. I don't know if there's like, if that was a high roll or something, but it did a fuck ton of damage. But we do get the flip turn off. We do get the flip turn off. Passimian comes in. At this point, I can double into Oricorio on Landorus. Landorus seems pretty easy. I can double. But I don't want to risk him sacking this. I really think he could be sacking this. I'm not sure necessarily what good it would do because Landorus does more with the Rocky Helmet. But what I am pretty sure of is that I think I have a fairly guaranteed win if Landorus comes in here and then I go Pom-Pom afterwards on the Passimian Death the Rocky Helmet. So I'm hoping that's my play. I think it's a lot safer than switching hard into Oricorio here. So that's what we're going to do. I do have one more switch in. I'm 99% sure that I was 6.9, and I think it takes 6.25. So I think I would have had like 3 or 4 HP left on another switch in. Yep, that's exactly what happens. We get some nice chip. Chip should be nice for Earth Hurricane, but we have to set up anyway. I think it would have killed if I hadn't set up, but... Knockoff? Okay, well, that's how Keyberry works. I kind of thought it worked like weakness policy, where the hit happens first, but apparently not. I actually did look it up, and I saw some conflicting reports. If you're watching this, this is how Keyberry works with knockoff. It will be knocked off. It will not activate. Now we know. Set up again to allow us to at least have a chance to hit that high dragon. He knocks off. He does more than half my health at this point. Awful. I really should have hurricaned there. I really should have hurricaned there. I really should have hurricaned there, or I should have roosted. He doesn't necessarily know that I have roosted at this point. He wouldn't EQ to allow me to get that for free. So, I could have roosted. I should have roosted. Because now, I have to hit this hurricane. Or, I guess I could roost here. I don't know. Very dicey. Very dicey. I have to hit this hurricane here. And also the Hydra is a roll. Of course I can roost on the Hydra. But fortune favors us, and it's a good game. Now, actually, getting damage on the Hydra would put him under 25% regardless, and then we just win with Zoroark afterwards with the Hyper Voice. So that at that point, you know, once we did hit the Hurricane there on Lando, it was a guaranteed win. But that is a risk that I really should not have taken. I really needed to roost up. I really needed to, you know, even just go for the Revelation Dance. I mean, go for the Roost on the turn prior. Yeah, I mean, he may have needed to make a risky play, but not necessarily at that point because I had to hit Hurricane. But I did hit Hurricane, and I didn't necessarily need to knock out Hydra, but I did knock out Hydra. And now, obviously, Bono goes down 2. And we are in the finals! We are in the finals. This is incredible. Third league in a row. We are in the finals. We have to take it home this time. We got to take it home. I'm going to do everything I can. Yeah. I cannot. I'm thinking about taking a break from draft after this, and I cannot go out on a loss. I cannot. I got to go out on top. So, you know, don't want to put too much into it, but I'm really hoping to win this one. I'm going to do what I can. But that was an incredible game. That's the third league in a row, I believe, where I have taken out somebody who's, in every one of these leagues where I've gotten to finals, I've had to take somebody out in the playoffs who'd beat me in the regular season. And we've done it 3 times in a row. Just like we've gotten to finals 3 times in a row. So we don't want to be no Buffalo Bills. We're going to do it. We're going to try. Alright. That was pretty fucking awesome, actually. I am pretty pumped that I won this game. Lots of fun. Goodbye.